I've definitely met a few times through Radiothon. Jameson is a patient at Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh, and he has been basically kind of like our mascot at Radiothon every year. And usually his mom, Danielle, and dad, Patrick, stop by and say hi to us. And one of the really cool things about what their experience at Children's has brought them is that they formed Jamesons Army, which is a foundation to help bring awareness to what Jameson is suffering from, and they've got a run coming up here next week, and so we want to welcome our friends Patrick and Danielle McCain to the show. How are you guys?
Good, Randy. Thanks for having us.
Good to see Jameson too, and he's rocking with the PSP there.
Keeps him busy.
Yeah. So, okay, now first of all, for those who don't know, he had a heart condition when he was born, correct?
Yes, hypoplastic left heart syndrome. He was basically born without the left side of his heart.
Right. And so now, how many operations has Jameson undergone?
He's had 6 open heart surgeries.
And how early? 5 days?
5 days was his first open heart surgery, and then his last one was this past October.
And that was when I first met you guys, was like first surgery.
Yeah, we were in the waiting room.
Yeah. And he's come so far. I mean, he looks great sitting on your knee right now. And this is one of the things that we always talk about during Radiothon is how great it is that people actually get inspired while they're there. And you certainly have taken this inspiration to a new level with Jamesons Army. I mean, you've done great things already, and you continue to raise money. But what are some of the things you've been able to do with Jamesons Army?
Well, the biggest thing that we do are monthly drops. From Patrick and myself living over at the hospital for about a year, the first year of Jameson's life, it becomes very strenuous on your pocket. You go from having 2 incomes to 1. So the one thing that we wanted to do was start raising money to help the families that are staying there long term. I always use the same example. A bottle of water down there is about $2.25 at the vending machine, and then you can go to Costco or Sam's Club and buy a case of 48 for $4. So what we do is we fill this huge cart full of goodies. We take it around the CICU, we take it around 8A, which is the step-down unit for the heart kids, and we just give the families granola bars, popcorn, anything we can think of. Philly pretzels, which are who donated those pretzels for you guys today. They give it to the staff. We take gourmet coffee down. It's very, it can be very, I don't want to say gruesome, but it could be very tough.
It's grueling.
It's grueling. Yeah, that's about. And it's just when you get a Starbucks, you're very happy. Little things like that.
It's so uplifting too, because I was lucky enough to follow you around one day when you were doing that drop. Just when you walk in the room, the whole room turns around because everybody's just stuck in their own heads and they're worried and they're just completely stressed out. You forget to eat.
Yeah,
forget to do everything, and then this awesome snack cart comes in. It's not just for the people in there either. It's for the workers too, right?
Yeah, we do a lot for the employees down
Cakes
there,
and pies. It's just incredible.
Yeah, we did Thanksgiving dinner on Thanksgiving Day, and we're going to do something else closer to Easter that I think you're helping with too, Bill. And it's just home-cooked meals, little things like that. They're so appreciative down there. People don't understand what it's like to live off of a vending machine for a year, and then to have somebody come in and bring a homemade turkey and mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
And it's the best thing ever. So,
because you would think somebody that's a family that's been through what you guys have been through, was being in the hospital, living in the hospital, that once you got out, you'd never want to go back.
Right.
But you guys have stayed connected. That's what's so amazing to me.
Yeah, I think that's why we're so lucky is we lived it, so we have the best insight on how to help those families. We were back in January for about a week because he had a virus, and the whole time I'm writing down things like, I wish I had laundry detergent, I wish I had this, I wish I had that. And then, when we got out, I started working with my team of people, and we're like, okay, we need to do a laundry detergent drive. We need to do, so unfortunately I have to live it, but it makes for the best, most successful donations. So.
Well, in order to raise the money to continue to do those things, we're going to have the 5K run coming up here, the Shamrock Shuffle. Now, this is going to be Saturday, March 9th, 9 a.m. And how can people get involved if they want to help out?
The best way to get involved would be our website, which is JamesonsArmy.org. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We're kind of bringing in the St. Patrick's Day theme with the whole Jameson type thing.
Cecil Park and Montour Trail is where it's going to be, right?
Cecil Park, 9 o'clock, and Montour Trail. It's a 5K run or walk, and then it's a 1 mile family fun walk. And all money benefits CHD awareness. First 250 runners get an Under Armour t-shirt. There'll be plenty of swag bags for the runners. We're going to have some green beer at the finish line for St. Patrick's Day.
Nice.
Awesome. So, but it's really... it's really to promote healthy hearts and to just get the CHD name out there. And then the other big thing we have going on this year is our gala, which is in April. And that's our biggest fundraiser that really helps us do our monthly drops, along with one thing we also do is our therapeutic heart pillows, which are they're medical pillows for the kids that they use during the recovery process after their sternum's broken. So those are things we buy for the kids. We really work well with Children's Hospital, collaborating on what they need down there too. So,
and that's in April, and Bill will actually be the MC for that.
I'll be the MC for that.
Yes, April 12th, and that's a Friday night, and it's at the Lamont. And if you're interested in tickets, same thing, our website, and all proceeds go to the Children's Pittsburgh Hospital down at Children's in the Heart Center. And like I said, it's also an awareness event. And if anyone's interested in even donating items for our gift baskets, I mean, that's a huge silent auction, Chinese auction. That's how we raise a lot of our money.
Well, as that event draws near, we'll let people know about it.
Yes.
But as far as the Shamrock Shuffle, all the details will be available for you to check out. The morning show page at DVE.com. Patrick, Danielle, Jameson, good to see you guys. And good to see him doing so well. What's up, bud? Glad you're doing so great. And thanks for all those pretzels, man. That's great.
Yeah, they're very generous over there at Philly Pretzel in Bridgeville.
Cool. Thanks to those guys. Saturday, March 9th, it's Shamrock Shuffle. Do it for Jameson. Do it for Jameson's Army. That's it for us for today. Thanks to the aforementioned McCain family. Also, Dulac, Rich Lord of the Post-Gazette for giving us the breakdown of what went down in the City Hall there the past year or so. Chris Devoda from Speed Channel. Thanks to Rob Rossi from the Tribune Review.